EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cards and the Boys, next on Madden Football.
It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Murray taking it right to the air. Makes the connection to James Conner. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
All right, here we go. Second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. The tackle made by Mazi Smith. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play, because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. From the gun, it's Murray. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, well, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating an offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Prescott here from the gun. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be Cardinals football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Connecting on the slant. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 21. Flush down out to his left. Now here he goes. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Kyler to throw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Connor. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
They're running the option, short side. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Cardinals first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He's got him. That's McBride. And that's good for a gain of 5. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Connor trying the right side. Room to run inside the 20. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, Connor. And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. One more time with Connor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Kyler looking to throw. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Trey McBride, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Matt Prater for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Back out come the Cowboys for their 2nd drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening 1st down as they take the field a 2nd time. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun is Prescott. This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. He's got to gain a 6 there. Sean Murphy-Bunting ranging over for that stop.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Dak now from the gun. Vaughn there to grab it. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. Greg Dortch back to return for the Cardinals. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. The Arizona offense ready to get things going again. And if they want a repeat of their last drive, they're really going to have to earn it. This would have to go the entire length of the field. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Connor on the inside give. And this buys him some much-needed breathing room up across the 5. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Connor here from the gun. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
New set of downs for him from the 46. A first down carry for Connor. Works his way to the 35. And he's down all the way to the 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, you call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now Kyler. Into traffic, complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
2nd and 6 now. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Cardinals first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Back to the air, Murray. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Pressure coming, it's Murray. And he will score! Touchdown, Arizona! The Cardinals take a 13-0 lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Prater on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. Now Prater on to send it away. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Cowboys offense headed out there. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Ball at the 33 for first down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's on the move. He's running with it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go. Prescott here from the gun. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. The Cardinals and running back James Conner headed back to the field. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cardinals will have to start from deep within their own territory. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Able to get it to Benson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Murray looking to throw. This will be cut by Conner. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 47. It's caught. Ferguson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
1st and 10, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Coaching youth football, Kate, this is where the kids like to say, it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real for this offense. They've got to find some solutions. This deficit, it's getting bigger. And that sack isn't helping matters.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. DJ Dallas now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Kyler throwing here. He's got him. That's McBride. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Murray. McBride hauls it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Throwing the out route complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Handoff goes to Connor, running left. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. It's Connor again. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
They'll punt it away again. Blake Gillikin coming back to the field. Kavontae Turpin on the return for the Cowboys. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So no return on that punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. This finds Cooks, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Play action, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Dak now from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
They'll go with another punt, which brings Brian Anger back to the field. Waiting on it deep is Dortch. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. No return on that punt. Man, it'll be their football. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Offense to the line for second down. Juke the defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Micah Parsons making that play. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. A give right side to Connor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Murray on 3rd down. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
The Cardinals out for the punt. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun is Prescott. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Dak to the air here. Finds him on the slant. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure, but you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Another throw for Prescott. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Dak throwing again. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Lone back gets the handoff. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Cowboys with a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Catch made by Cooks. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Prescott here from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Back to throw, here's Dak. And this one hurts, had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
3rd and goal, Prescott. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a one-score game before halftime. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Dallas with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Cardinals on offense late in the half. And they've got a little over 30 seconds to work with. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. 1st and 10, Murray. Hits him on the out route. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. Murray looking to throw. That pass is complete to McBride. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Micah Parsons making that play. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's got him, that's McBride. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to the air, Murray escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, it's Murray. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. So we've reached the halftime break, and it's the Cardinals, the Redbirds, leading so far on the road. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Now Prater on to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 13. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They've got first down from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Dak out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Now Prescott. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So third and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on first is Prescott. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
They'll come up first and 10. Dak now from the gun. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Dallas. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Cardinals are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Money to start this drive with Connor. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Connor trying the right side. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And he's brought down after a short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Kyler throwing here. Looking slant route, complete. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in, Connor. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Buys time, roll. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. His 3rd total score of this game. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Now Prater on to send it away. This is taken in at the 13. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. That's Lamb running a slant. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10, Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you throw in that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Tossing right to the short side. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Dak to the air here. And oh, he got it! Interception! Kaiser White has it. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right back to Connor. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Play action now, Murray. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. And after the punch, the offense comes out onto the field. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Catch made by Cooks. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. In motion right is Cooks. Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Yet another example why the ball finds its way in this guy's hands time after time. He's a playmaker, and he knows how to get the yards they need. Maybe not a ton there, but enough to move the sticks.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zaven Collins in on the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Back to the well again. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Sean Murphy-Bunting ranging over for that stop.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 3rd quarter lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that 2nd one far bigger than his 1st when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the 2nd half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. Returns looking good so far. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Throwing here, Murray. Wilson on the slant. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first. Second and 3 now. Now Murray on the play fake. Wilson's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Here's Kyler to throw. Getting out to... And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Hits him on the out route.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
All right, Cowboys showing nickel set, third down. From the gun, it's Murray. That's complete to Wilson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
For the second time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. From the left hash, this is from 47. McManus sends it through. And that will tie things up in the third.
Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Now Prater on to send it away. Kick taken in here at the 17. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They send Cooks left. They'll run now on second down. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. From the gun is Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's been a high-scoring game so far, but we're still tied 24-all to begin the final frame. First down, ball at the 36. Here's a give up the middle. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
2nd and 1. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Dak now from the gun. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And the defender comes away with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Connor on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. It's Connor again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A give right side to Connor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
2nd and 3 now. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Hit some space around midfield. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they could still do their damage.
2nd and 3 now. Another throw for Prescott. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. First down, here's Dak. It's caught, Ferguson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They're running the option, short side. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He gets a half dozen on the carry, and that's also going to bring up 3rd and 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Connor. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Running this with Connor. And he'll only get this one up to about the 47. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 yards on the carry. Gets him some yards back, but still 3rd and 9 upcoming.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Murray on 3rd down. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
And they send a man in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Setting up the screen. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Throw complete to Lamb. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Second and 3 now. Dak throwing again. Forced out to his right. He's on the move. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys making a 9-point advantage. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Setting up the running back screen. Space past the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st and 10, Murray. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cardinals down by 10. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Murray. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to set up just beyond the 10-yard line. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll fight for what he can to the 15. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. Finds room to the 30. And he makes it all the way up to the 32-yard line. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, and they go right back to him. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Here's Dak. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Dallas.